Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Outerhaven YouTube channel. I'm Getsunis. I'm joined by the creator of Swampy. Introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name's Jamie Stormbreaker. I'm one of the founders of One More Game and the lead designer of Swap Meet.
Yeah, this game is pretty crazy. Outside of people chanting meat like it's a wrestling match, but I want to know more about this game. This game is such a weird mishmash of so many things. You have roguelike elements, third-person shooter, perfect reload mechanics. What is this? What are we doing here?
Okay, yeah, so Swap Meet is it's a third-person roguelite shooter. It's cooperative. It's 1 player to 4 players. The core mechanic is that as you defeat enemies, they drop body parts, and you can swap your body parts with their body parts, or their meat with your meat.
Yeah.
And you gain their abilities. It's really fast-paced combat. You just mentioned, like, hey, there's like an active reload system in there.
Yeah.
Really fast-paced movement. There's lots of different enemies to kill. It is a roguelite. So you will start a run, start on planet 1 or stage 1. We'll do 3 stages and then fight a boss. The bosses are like Destiny 2 style raid encounters.
Yeah.
So over the course of those 3 planets, you want to upgrade yourself, get to that boss, have enough power to overcome it. And today on the show floor for Swap Meet, we're showing the first act. We are going to have a number of acts in the game with crazy bosses to fight and an equally absurd narrative that goes with the name Swap Meet.
That's hilarious. One of the things I think was really crazy about the game is how all the abilities kind of interact in different ways. You have some abilities give you giant jump, one that just you zoom by and drop essentially farting bombs on your enemies that wipes them out. You have eyeball lasers. I need to ask you a question. Did you watch too much cartoons as a kid? Is that what happened?
It's that there is an unknown amount of drugs probably that everyone on the team did. I'll just get it out. No, it's for sure like inspired by 90s Nickelodeon, Adult Swim of the early to mid 2000s. We are very inspired by Rick and Morty, Invader Zim. Our humor really comes from things like I Think You Should Leave, Tim and Eric. And so we know that the mechanic is crazy. And so you can really only do one thing, which is lean directly into it as hard as you possibly can. If we made this game like photorealistic, that's an entirely different party.
Yeah.
So could be funny, but very off-putting.
So basically, being the meme into my eyes, directly into my eyes. Put the memes into my eyes directly.
Yeah. And, we are very intentionally trying to make a humorous game that does not take itself seriously, but we also want to have a meaningful story that by the end of it, people feel like it was worth playing through all of those acts. The game is loaded with gags.
It's hilarious. And like I said, it reminds me of like early Adult Swim, some late 90s Nickelodeon. It's just like all over the place. It's zany, it's over the top. It's like politely. It's the JoJo Bizarre Adventure of roguelike shooters, where it's so out there, it's its own thing. And I definitely recommend you guys check the game out if you can. Another question I'd like to ask for you is, could you tell me more about the cooperative elements of the game? Such as like, how many players you could play with? Is it just 2, 3? How many you could play with in one session?
Yeah, so the game is 1 to 4 players.
Wow.
And we knew from the outset, before we even knew about the meat swapping mechanic, that was going to be a core element. We knew that we wanted to build a third or first-person shooter. We knew that we wanted fast combat. We knew that we wanted the game to be cooperative, up to 4 people. And we knew that we wanted to have drop-in multiplayer, drop-in, drop-out, and that you could do that with people that are at any point in the story. I'm very inspired by like Diablo 2, where you could be at the end of the game and your friend could jump in and still play with you. The only difference is that in an RPG, the player has a level. For us, you can just drop in, and whatever level this in-run level the player that you're joining is, it's a team level actually. So you just choose all your upgrades really quick, and then you drop onto the planet, and you're right there playing with them. And if you complete anything with your friend in their game, when you go back to yours, you've completed it still. So you could beat the last boss first. It's non-linear story progression.
That's really cool. One thing I wanted to ask you more about is I want to ask about I would say like not the zany weaponry, but I love the map designs of the levels. They're not because as someone who play a lot of like shooters, extract shooters, or just open world shooters or the sandboxy, a lot of them get lost in the weeds where it's just so much stuff you're overwhelmed. But it's like, oh, this is the point. This is the point to get to. This is where I kill, and then just go that path. I never feel really lost in where I have to go. So I really like the design of that. I really think it's good.
Well, I really appreciate that. We spent a lot of time trying to make sure that there's enough random in the game.
Yeah.
And what you're playing today, it is a directed path. This is in a demo mode.
Okay.
But we actually draw from a deck of cards, like what events you're going to get when you're on a planet, in what order they'll be in, and what path you'll go through.
Yeah.
It's random, but it is set up in a way where it is crafted by a designer to make sure you're not lost in,
Exactly. Yeah. Because there's a lot of like shooters that I play with my friends. I'm not going to say them or everyone experience them. We're like, hey guys, I need you on point B. Where's point B? And like, what's going on? Yeah. But in this one, it's like, oh, go to the science pod. And usually, I think a good design element of the game is that if you're at a certain location, you're in the right way when you're getting attacked by giant bug boys, or dudes with giant brains. In a jar that also give you eye beams. Again, this game, I'm explaining it 100%. It's no joke.
Oh yeah, those are the aliens. Did you fight the really tall alien?
Yeah, this game. Like, I thought it was like, wait, is this Slender Man? But like, what is going on? Who is this guy? Yeah.
Well, those are the Liv Mas aliens, the LIVMAS. And that's the
Yeah, I hope you don't get sued by Taco Bell. I used to get a slogan. Live my
It's not live. It's live, right? There's no E.
Okay.
No, it's a code name for an alien.
Okay, thank God. Okay,
Yeah.
Because Taco Bell, they're like, oh, we got him.
Yeah. No. This goes back to like the humor of the team. Like all those aliens have what looks like code names, but they all like LBAs are the little guys, and those are little buff aliens.
Oh,
which are little buff boys from. Yeah, there you go.
That's hilarious. Okay, that's kind of hilarious.
Yeah, it was Scott, our character artist, made those and named them that. I was like, you're naming the map because of this, right?
Yeah.
So it is like quite literally at One More Game. The culture that I've tried to instill is that come to work every day and try to make one of your teammates, all of your teammates laugh. And if you can do that even once, it is probably going to play to the audience as well. And so we are constantly just trying to get each other to laugh. Even today, I have like a list of items that are upgrades in the game that are just things that we've said or I've heard players say. And then a lot of times the way that works is it's just like a yes and to each of us. Like I throw the ball, someone catches it, throws it to the next person.
Oh, God.
So we got an item that's going to definitely go in the game. I don't know what it does yet, but it's going in. Because yesterday I went to lunch and I got some oysters across the street.
Yeah.
And I came back and told that to one of my teammates here, and they're like, "You got convention oysters?" I was like, "No, I went across the street, got gas station oysters from the gas station." So gas station oysters are going to go in the game now.
Oh God,
that is how everything in this game is.
That's so God. The only thing I would find funny here is my pitch weapon to you. So you have a weapon that shoots paper or letters at them, and it's like a mailbox or something like that. If it hits somebody, just call it tax evasion.
Yeah, done.
Hit somebody, done. All right. Joke isn't probably not, but I find it funny. Hit someone with paper, tax evasion. Rents too.
All right, so I'm not. We are not talking about the second boss today.
Yeah.
But there are a couple things I think you would like that I should explain.
Okay.
It's the boss of the mutants. It is a wrestling themed enemy.
Oh my God.
And there is paper that gets thrown.
Yeah.
So it's really odd that you've
did all these. So I'm just thinking, it's crazy.
Yeah, these are extremely minor things, but that is we are running a public playtest on May 15th to the 22nd. If you go to playswapmeet.com and sign up, you're guaranteed an invite. You'll get invites for your friends, invite your friends, play with your friends. You'll play everything then that you experienced here today. And more. This, like I said, is in demo mode, and so the next big push is going to be on May 15th.
It's fantastic. I love to see it then. And I guess the final thing before we let go is, what is the weirdest configuration body you've seen so far today? Like what someone has made?
So you can have no legs as well.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So that there are configurations where no legs makes it really funny. Of course. So like I think one of the weirdest combinations is no legs, a squat daddy torso, which is like a real
body man.
Yeah. He does a double lariat like Hadar, right? big body man. And then I would say a dirtbag head, which is a mole man.
Is that the one with like the glass, like the little glasses, or the on his head? Is it like, I can't remember what that one was.
You might not have fought. Did you get to the second planet?
I got to the second one, but I don't think I've seen it.
All right. They're in the ground and then they pop out.
Oh, okay.
It's got a really long nose.
Oh, okay.
It's a mole man.
It's a mole man.
Yeah. Every one of the mutants is representative of an American sport. With the Squad Daddy being wrestling,
Yeah.
a mole man being diving,
Mhm.
Duckstone, which is a giant mutated duck that poops an egg out. A rock.
A rock.
Yeah. Throws the rock like a quarterback. So that's football. That's football. Yeah. And each of those enemies is themed in that way. They have a flavor that we're leaning into.
That's kind of funny, man. This is Gitsley signing out with Swamp Meat. And I recommend you guys check out the playtest. I think you said swampmeat.com. It's May 15th, right?
PlaySwapmeet.com.
Playswapmeat.com.
May 15th to the 22nd. If you go to Steam and wishlist us, sign up for a playtest, you can do it there as well. That really helps us out. We greatly appreciate it. Invite your friends. It's multiplayer. Playswapmeet.com.
All right, that sounds cool. I hope to see you guys there. And this is Gitsley signing out. See you guys in the next one.